Thank you for joining me on my masterclass. Now, today I'm going to be teaching you how to reprogram your mind to be rich. How to reprogram your mind to be rich. A lot of people don't understand that our minds have been programmed to be poor, and the programming is done in the public school system. You have to understand that the public school system was designed in the Industrial Revolution to create workers for industries. It was designed by barons, like railway barons, steel barons, cotton mill barons, like industrialists. It was designed by industrialists to create workers to work in their industries. And one of the things you have to understand is that workers are not going to work for you if they are rich. So they have to be poor and dependent on you for them to work. So that's how the whole public school system was created. The first public school that was created in basically in the world is really the Boston Latin School. It was created in 1635. And if you look at it fully from there and then all the way to the Industrial Revolution, you understand the idea. And so if you're going to be depending on the public school system, you're never going to be wealthy because that system already, it programs your mind to be poor. Look, how many of your teachers were rich? How many of your teachers were wealthy? If you're honest, you're going to say, no, none of them. At the very best, maybe they were approaching lower middle class, but, not even middle class. They were not wealthy. People took teaching jobs. I mean, some of them might have a passion for teaching, but for the most part, people took teaching jobs to survive. And so teachers are not rich. Now, how can you expect someone who is not rich to teach you how to be rich? It's counterintuitive. It's like expecting somebody who doesn't know how to fly a plane to teach you how to fly a plane. How can that be? It's not possible. So someone who's not rich cannot teach you how to become rich. That's why when I was in school, I was always told, save money, save money, save money. And because a teacher is the position of authority, you're going to believe them. And you're a child, you're gullible. Your mind is very impressionable. So your teacher tells you, save money, save money, save money, you believe. But the fact is that saving money does not make you richer. It actually makes you poorer because inflation is going to destroy the value of your money. So if you're working for money and then you're taking that money, you're putting that money in the bank, you're actually getting poorer. I'll give you a very good example. If you had $1,000 at the beginning of last year in a bank in the United States, you put that money in the bank. By this time now, and this is 2023, that money would have lost about 11% of its value. So how does saving money make you rich? It doesn't make you rich. It actually makes you poorer. So you have to reprogram your mind. You got to unlearn all of those things that you learned in school because those things are designed to make you poor. For example, one of the things that you learn in school, they tell you time is money. They tell you that you're being paid for your time. You're being paid for your time. You get a job and then you get being paid for your time. But that is not actually true because when you get a job, you're not being paid for your time. And the reason why you can know that is because some people are being paid more than you. Some people are being paid less than you. So if you're being paid for your time, then how come that is the same? That is the case. It's not that. You're being paid for your skill, for your value, for your expertise. And that's why you have this situation whereby people go to school, they get a university degree, and then they come out, and then based on what they learned in school, they're being paid differently. So you have some people who go to school, they read psychology, history, they read sociology, they read political science, they read courses like that, liberal courses. They're not going to be paid very much. And then you have other people who go to school, they read courses that are very highly technical, that they are courses that are high skilled courses. And sometimes they don't even go to university. They learn those courses maybe online or they learn it at an institute, maybe in 6 months. So they learn a skill like cloud computing, artificial intelligence. They learn a skill like, robotics. And then they come out and then they're paid a lot of money. It's because people are not paid for their time. They're paid for their value, their expertise, their skill. So now when you understand this, what you want to do is that you want to acquire skills that are high in demand, that are high in value, so that you can be paid according to your skill. And then when you get that money, when you pay according to your skill, what you want to do is this, that you don't want to save the money. You want to invest the money because only by investing money are you going to be wealthy. They never taught you that in school. They told you to save money to become rich. It is a lie because they did not know better. Only by investing money can you become wealthy. Now, you're starting out, you don't have a lot of money, so that's why you want to acquire high income skills so that you can get some money and you can invest it. Because if you are saving money, you're getting poorer. So now, when you get these high income skills, and what are the high income skills that you can learn? You can learn artificial intelligence. You can learn cloud computing. You can learn Forex. You can actually learn blockchain. And there are a number of them that you can learn. Modern day skills that are going to bring you a lot of money. And then there are skills that are always going to be relevant forever. You can learn nursing. Nursing is a skill. You don't have to go to university to learn nursing. You can actually learn nursing in 6 months. It's a skill that is always going to be there forever. A lot of skills are being destroyed by artificial intelligence. So accounting is a skill that if you learn it, you're not going to be very useful in the future. Even right now, it's dying away. Paralegal, if you learn that skill right now, it's actually dying away too. So there are some skills that are going to go. Delivery men, if you're working DHL, right now they've got robotic devices delivering stuff. So you want to learn a skill that is going to be around for a long time that AI cannot take away. And then when you learn that skill and you start getting paid for that skill, you don't want to save your money, you want to start investing your money. So how can you invest your money? You have to have a portfolio, because if you invest your money in one basket, you put all your eggs in one basket, you can be destroyed by modern economics. A lot of things can happen. So you want to have a spread. I have a spread, and I'm always, a lot of you see the kind of lifestyle I live. I live a very expensive lifestyle, not because I am a person that likes to flaunt money. No, I don't flaunt money. But because of my investments, it enables me to do what I've always wanted to do as a child, traveling. So I travel all around the world, mostly first class, sometimes business class, hardly very, very economy. But the reason I'm able to do that is because I've got a portfolio. So I put some of my money in crypto, something like 5%, because crypto is very risky. And I put the bulk of my money in the stock market. But in the stock market, I don't just go and put my money in the stock market like that. I put the bulk of the money I'm going to put in the stock market in an index fund. And I've told you guys, the best index, in my opinion, is the index tied to the S&P 500. But there are other indexes. There's the Russell 2000, there's the Wilshire 5000, and then there are other indexes. So it doesn't matter so much which index, although I think the S&P 500 is best, but you put your money in a mutual fund tied to an index fund. And if you're going to ask me, I'll recommend that you put your money in an S&P 500 linked index fund. But then it's not, I don't just stop there. I put my money in an index fund, and then I also put my money in cryptos, and then I put some of my money in gold ETFs. I also put my money in other ETFs, but gold ETFs tend to be the most successful, the most profitable ETFs. So I put my money in the gold ETFs. And then I also put some money in REITs, real estate investment trust. And when I put my money in real estate investment trust, I say, okay, well, I want real estate investment trusts that are tied to the US market, because those are the most successful real estate investment trust rates. For instance, when I'm putting my money in the gold ETF, I don't put my money in gold ETFs in America. I put my money in gold ETFs in West Africa, India. Those are the places that gold ETFs, they do very well for some reason. But for rates, I want to stick into the American market. And then also I put some money in treasury bills and treasury bonds. Those, they don't give, I mean, you're not going to be wealthy very quickly for treasury bonds, but it's a way to build long-term wealth, because typically you're going to get something like about 3.5 to 4.5% of your money, which is good when inflation is under that amount. But when inflation is over, like right now, it's not the best. But I did this a while back, so it's been paying me. So those are ways by which you can invest your money. If you want to invest your money by starting a business, do you know it's actually even riskier to start a business, because most businesses, they fail. You don't have to take my word for it. You can research it. Most businesses, they fail. It is better to invest your money in a business that is already succeeding and has become public. So go and invest your money there. And it's much better for you, because somebody else is managing the business. Somebody else is making money for you. You just put your money after good money, and then you sit down, you relax, you're making money. That is how you're going to make money. So reprogram your mind from what they taught you from school. Saving is not going to make you wealthy. You're not going to become rich by saving money. You're not going to become rich by working, because you're not paid for your time. You're paid for your value. You're paid for your expertise. You're paid for your skill. These are the things that you have to unlearn, because if you don't unlearn them, you're going to spend all your working years, and then you're never going to be wealthy. And then at the end of your life, you're going to be full of regrets. You don't want to be full of regrets. You want to be full of memories like me, traveling all around the world, 68 countries in a year. That is life. Now, if you watch this, you got questions arising from this, you can put your questions in the comment section of this video. My staff are going to bring them to me, and I'll do my best to respond to each and every category. But you got to remember, I do not have a WhatsApp or a Telegram channel or Gmail email address. Scammers and spammers see that my videos tend to go viral, so they've created a number of fake YouTube profiles with my image on them, and they try to deceive people. I will never ask you for money. I don't invest your money for you. Now, this is the Apostle of Prosperity, Pastor Randall Murphy saying, God bless you.